This is the story of Cassius Clay, the most beautiful boxer there is today. Cassius Marcellus Clay, soon to be known around the world as Muhammad Ali. Ali, was chain blue lightning. Extraordinary speed, coupled with power and a granite chin, and touched with the gift of gab, which he used to great effect, psychologically getting into his opponent's head and getting them out of their game and into his. He would go so far as to predicting many of his fights and even predicting what round he would knock the opponent out. And many times he did absolutely what he said, and that's absolutely amazing. His first title shot was against the scary Sonny Liston. Clay was this brash young boxer who ran his mouth, provoking the bear, so to speak, pushing all of Sonny Liston's buttons. Sonny Liston, on the other hand, was a dreadnought, a devastating puncher in the ring, knocking people out with a jab. Not an uppercut, not a cross, not a overhand right or overhand left, a jab. Sonny Liston's jab was so powerful it would knock people completely senseless. And everyone thought that Sonny Liston was going to mop the floor with this brash Cassius Clay. Cassius Clay, in 1960, won Olympic gold and then turned professional. In 1961, he converted to Islam. And soon after his fight with Sonny Liston, he denounced his birth name and donned the name Muhammad Ali. Now, it was February 25th, 1964, at age 22, that this brash young boxer faces the juggernaut known as Sonny Liston, an imposing figure in and out of the ring with mafia ties. The weigh-in became a spectacle, as many weigh-ins since have become. And this all basically started with Muhammad Ali, who was taunting Sonny Liston and even come up with the phrase with one of his trainers, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble." Most were afraid of the bear being Sonny Liston, but not Muhammad Ali. Well, some thought he may have been crazy, but he was showing no fear, and he was getting Sonny out of his comfort zone. Sonny was not used to being taunted like Muhammad Ali would taunt him. So, Muhammad Ali used it to his full effect. And like I said, Sonny Liston was a juggernaut. He murked some bitches with a jab. A jab so strong it would knock grown men completely into the nether realm. Ali was painting a masterpiece. The masterpiece being called Ain't He Ugly, which was what he told reporters. The champion should be pretty like me, not ugly like Sonny Liston. Then the reporter said that Sonny guaranteed that he would KO Ali in the third round. And that's when Ali retorted, "If you want to lose your money, then bet on Sonny." Some experts were thinking, was Ali taunting Sonny to pump himself up? And it may have been just a little bit of that. But they were not used to Ali's head games yet. And this was a tactic he would use many times in his fight career. Sonny Liston wanted nothing more but to destroy Ali. He was tired of this braggadocious mouth running that Muhammad Ali was using to get into Sonny's head. Well, it was working because Sonny could think of nothing other than Ali and destroying him. This fight would be a puncher versus a boxer. And Ali may have been taunting Sonny Liston, and that may have been the wrong thing to do for most fighters. But everything Muhammad Ali did was backwards. His speed was so great that he could get away with things that no other heavyweight could get away with. He had the speed of a middleweight and the power and size of a heavyweight. When they met in the middle of the ring, Ali was still taunting Sonny Liston. They went back to their corners, and out they came. Liston surged forward, trying to get that one bomb hit on Ali. But Ali did just what he said. He was floating like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. You can't hit what you can't see. Ali was dancing around Sonny Liston, parrying and countering and hitting Sonny with punch after punch as Sonny kept coming forward, trying to get that one bomb on Ali. In the third round, when they come out to face each other, Ali opened up with a combination that actually left a cut under Sonny's left eye. The first time he had been cut, and he was buckled at the knees, but stayed up. And Ali kept pouring the pressure on Sonny Liston all the way through the end of the fourth round. Now, the fifth round, well, before the fifth round, in the corner, Ali was complaining about he couldn't see. His eyes were burning. And it was speculated that it was from some ointment that was used by Sonny Liston's corner. Anyway, Ali come out for the fifth round and could not see. All he could do was try to stay away from Sonny Liston, who sensed something was wrong and was coming on harder than ever. A normal man would have folded, but Ali was anything but normal. He was chain blue lightning, and it became useful staying away from Sonny Liston in the fifth round. He danced and danced all the way through the fifth, doing everything he could to stay away from Sonny's power. And finally, he made it back to the corner at the end of the fifth round. The sixth round opened up, and Ali was back to fast jabs, counter. Ali was using head movement, dodging Liston's punches, back to jabbing. And by the end of the sixth, Liston was a beaten man with possibly a dislocated shoulder and his face swollen up. Liston had never been treated like this. He had never been in this type of fight with his face swollen. And at the seventh round, Liston failed to enter the center of the ring to start the seventh round. Ali started dancing and shuffling his feet in his corner. His corner comes, rushes, and grabs him. And a 7-1 underdog, Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, took the heavyweight championship belt in grand style in front of the media, screaming, I told you what I would do. I don't have a mark on my face. I just upset Sonny Liston and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I'm the king of the world. I'm pretty. I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. And this was the birth of Muhammad Ali. The transition from Cassius Clay, brash, young, up-and-coming heavyweight, to the heavyweight champion, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. Now the rematch between Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali in Boston started in the first round with Ali dancing and jabbing. And all of a sudden, what was called a phantom punch was thrown, and Liston was KO'd by what seemed to be a straight right phantom punch. Now, if you watch it in slow motion, Ali did connect. Who knows if Sonny was being affected by the mob? He could have been, he may not have been. But he was hit with a punch that he didn't see. And Ali was already in his head. So, I don't think Sonny wanted to be there. The odds for that rematch was 13-10 in Sonny Liston's favor. Ali, though, was the center of attention in ring and outside. In ring, he was as fast as a welterweight. No heavyweight was ever this fast. Chain blue lightning. And some guys still were calling him Cassius Clay to get under Ali's skin. But it backfired as Ali was wearing this boxer out in the ring and was famously yelling at him as he was hitting him, "Say my name, say my name, say my name." Ali won that fight in grand style, and Ali was starting to become a man of the people. Now in his personal life, Ali refused the draft as Vietnam ramped up, and Ali had the strength and fortitude to stand up for what he believed in, standing up to those who couldn't or was afraid to. In a time you could be silenced, Muhammad Ali was there standing for his beliefs. Ali was found guilty of dodging the draft, and the boxing commission ended up stripping him of his title. But Ali did not fold. He did not break, and he did not go against his beliefs. He stuck to his guns and rode it out like a man. And unfortunately, those 3 years, we probably missed the prime of Muhammad Ali. We never got to see him in his absolute prime, and that is a tragedy. Finally, Ali was allowed back into boxing. Everything was behind him now, personally. But he was to face the new champion, Smoking Joe Frazier, in a super fight of 2 undefeated heavyweights, 1 lineal champion, 1 the current champion, in a fight for the ages. Now, Ali was not the same guy he was when he was younger. Like I said, we never got to see him in his prime. But he did learn he could take a punch and could stand toe-to-toe throwing with the best. And Frazier was one of the best. In this super fight, the first of 3, Frazier and Ali went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until suddenly Frazier was able to put Ali down, but he got back up. And Frazier won by decision in the first of 3 fights between Frazier and Ali. Now, everyone thought Ali was done. They said he could not come back. But they didn't know Muhammad Ali, and they didn't know the will and his skill. Now, Ali had some other fights between the Frazier fights. One was with Kenny Norton, who was a thorn in Ali's side. In the first bout between Norton and Ali, Ali suffered a broken jaw and was beaten in that fight by Ken Norton in a stunning upset. And now the reporters were saying it is definitely done for Muhammad Ali. He's done, finito, finished. Or was he? Now, Ali was able to come back and face Norton again and beat him in a decision, which stunned the reporters. And next up was a super fight 2 with Smoking Joe Frazier. But this fight would not have a belt on the line, for Frazier had faced a young, menacing destroyer of worlds named George Foreman, who put him down repeatedly and beat the brakes off of Joe Frazier in their meeting where Foreman won the heavyweight title. Now, Frazier-Ali Super Fight 2 went a little bit differently this time. Ali had lessons learned from the first fight and was able to incorporate his cast iron chin to get a 12-round decision win for Muhammad Ali. And after beating Norton, it was said that Ali was next in line to face George Foreman, the big menacing monster that scared everyone. And no one gave Ali a chance in hell against this big monstrosity, this menacing heavyweight with hams for hands that would just drop bombs. Big George Foreman was a force to be reckoned with. But Ali came up with something called the rope-a-dope and what was known as the rumble in the jungle. On a side note, I have a great piece in our list on the rumble in the jungle Ali versus Foreman, where it shows his rope-a-dope style that was able to get the best of Foreman. Check it out. It's worth seeing. Now, Ali had shaken up the world again. He became heavyweight champion of the world for the second time, and he was the people's champ. He was for the people, and they were backing him this time. And Ali would defend his championship in spectacular fashion. Now, the greatest heavyweight to ever live, Ali Frazier III, the Thriller in Manila. This was two of the greatest of all time, going toe-to-toe, pushing each other to the brink, both on the knife edge of death. Then Ali came back against all odds and was able to secure a win when Frazier's corner would not let him come back out because they were afraid for his life. He was being punished by Ali. And so ended the Thriller in Manila, Frazier Ali 3. Both fighters were not the same after this fight. They left something in the ring of themselves, and it took that to make it through the fight. Now, Ali defended his title a couple of more times, and then he was facing a Leon Spinks, and it was speculated that Ali was already suffering from brain damage. Ali lost the belt, but was able to secure a rematch, and in spectacular fashion became a 3-time heavyweight champion when he won his belt back from Spinks. And this was a great feat by a great heavyweight, but Ali did not know when enough was enough, and he should have never faced a younger Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin, because Larry Holmes was a sparring partner for Ali years before. He knew Ali's tactics. He knew Ali well. Ali was not in shape for this fight. He was not in shape in his mind or body, and he was punished by Larry Holmes, who claims later on that he did not want to do it, but he had to. And Ali should have bowed out before this fight instead of going farther than he should. And this fight upset many people, especially a trainer by the name of Cus D'Amato, who took it personally. And the night after talked to Ali on the phone and said he had a young prospect that Ali should meet. And this young prospect one day would avenge Ali's loss to Holmes. And this young prospect told Ali on the phone that yes, he would avenge him. And when it came time, he did face Holmes. And it was one of the fights that he had ill intent going into. And this young boxer was a young kid dynamite by the name of Mike Tyson. One of the greatest to ever put on the glove. Now, Muhammad Ali was one of the greatest to ever do it. Maybe the greatest to ever do it. His speed and ability to flurry and his ability to move his head was second to none. His speed of a welterweight in heavyweight class. He could ghost a fighter at will, floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. You can't hit what you can't see. And Ali lived by this and was able to use it in the ring, whether it was wrong or not. His speed mandated that he could do whatever he wanted, where other fighters could not get away with things that he could get away with. Ali did things his way, in ring and outside of the ring. And outside of the ring, Ali was not afraid to be himself. He was not adversely affected by racism or by anything else for that matter. Ali was being himself. And if you didn't like it, then you could piss off. In the ring, Ali performed superhuman feats, displaying extraordinary skill in the ring. And Ali's journey outside of the ring was just as great as in-ring feats. No matter where Ali was Ali. No more, no less. Now, Ali's style stemmed from his larger-than-life persona. He would not waver from being Ali in the ring or out. His boxing style was wholly Ali. Many boxers Ali faced were taught that boxing was to be a dance that was taught by training, and it was supposed to go a certain way. But when boxers faced Ali, they were facing a boxer who had the will and skill to break the mold, fighting unconventionally, doing things Ali's way. And Ali was the only one that could do it. And his speed was so great that it overcompensated for his bad footwork, which he had. But because he had speed and skill, he was able to use this bad footwork to his advantage, something no other boxer in heavyweight division could do. And this allowed Ali to move opponents around the ring at will, using his footwork to his advantage and using his speed to counter and flurry with a speed that was not of this world or any other for that matter. Ali was able to beat his opponents with tactics that most trainers would call the wrong way to go about boxing. He was so good, he could use these tactics that were supposedly wrong to good use, countering and using otherworldly speed to get the best of his opponents. He once threw 12 punches in 2.8 seconds. Just think how fast that is. Now, outside the ring, Ali gave up everything to stand up to the draft. He gave up his belt, his way of life for an ideal, standing up for the ones who couldn't stand up for themselves. With most of a nation hating him, ultimately, he regained his chance to fight, and he regained the respect of a nation. Ali was completely sure of himself, facing many great fighters, Frazier 3 times, facing Foreman and able to come up with a rope-a-dope mid-fight to beat this juggernaut. Ali did it his way. When it gets down to the crunch time, most people are found wanting, but Ali was found wanting more. He was being himself, not conforming to anyone or anything, staying true to yourself, believe in yourself, don't go half-assed, go hard, go your way, and believe. This is one of the things that I got from Ali's life, in-ring and outside. Ali was a man of conviction, in-ring and out, shocking the world in-ring and out, doing things his way, his style, in-ring and out. The greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, 3-time heavyweight champion, the people's champion, a hurricane in the ring and a tornado out. Ali lived his life his way, shocking the world along the way. Now, Ali had the most lineal world heavyweight championship wins ever. He had recapturing fights in the heavyweight division, and his final win-loss record was 56 wins, 5 losses, with 37 KOs against a multitude of quality opponents. I salute the man, the myth, the legend. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You can't hit what you can't see. Ah, rumble, young man, rumble. And this is Big Duke 6, and this is my golden age of boxing.